Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel again. Classic way speaking, you know how we do it. We simplify the complicated. Alright, so on our pre-market analysis this week, I have NAS100, Eurusd, gold, and then Gbpnzd for you guys. So stick with me as I take you through all the analysis on these pairs that I've mentioned. Now we're going to take you slow as we did last week because the market has quite been unstable due to the economic events that happened last week. But as I said, we are taking it slow, no rush, let's flow. Alright. So this is NAS100 on the monthly time frame. We have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. And if you look at the monthly time frame very clearly, what has price done? Price has made the monthly push the upside. What happens after a push? An exhaustion, and then the continuation move all the way up. Now continuation move has been able to break previous high here. So where is continuation move heading to? It is going all the way up to give us the next resistance as the new high. So NAS100 the monthly time frame, price heading all the way up here as the new high. But if you look at the monthly time very clearly, price is now in the process of going up here to give us the high. So before price gets to this level of resistance, what are we going to do? We are going to find entry into that same direction to the upside. So NAS100, let's take it further to weekly time frame and then get to understand how we may be able to find an opportunity to the upside as price keeps going to the upside. All right, let's take it further to weekly time frame and add more details on this technical analysis. Okay, so this is NAS100 on the weekly time. On the weekly, what do we see over here in terms of flow, in terms of structure? On the weekly time frame, we have a weekly upper zone and a weekly lower zone. Price is in an uptrend on the weekly, supporting the overall direction of the market. Where is that uptrend? We have this push the upside high. Price came back for higher low. See another push breaking above previous high to give us a new high. Came all the way down for another higher low. And what are we seeing here? A pin bar confirmation. So this week, price was able to close in this strong pin bar, telling us that what there's going to be more buy pressure here to continuously push the market to the upside, just as we said on the monthly time frame. So NAS100, we are looking for entry somewhere here to the upside because we have that confirmation candle here on the weekly. But we cannot buy on the weekly, so let's take it further to the daily time frame, understand what is happening on the daily before the forward time frame for entry to the upside. So NAS100, let's take it further to the daily time frame and then add more details. Alright, so onto the daily very quick. Alright, so this is the daily time frame on NAS100. Now NAS100 on the daily time frame, what do we see over here? We have our daily mid-range zone, and then on the daily, price is in a downtrend, right? Because we've seen lower low, broke above the support level to give us what? A lower high. Price came down for another lower low, we see another lower high. Now remember, this whole candles is what we saw on the weekly as the pin bar confirmation. But since price is in a downtrend on the daily time frame, can we pick the entry to the upside? No. So what are we going to do over here on NAS100? NAS100, we are going to stay patient for price to break above this resistance level to break structure before we can start looking for entries to the upside. So NAS100, immediately price is able to break above this previous low, then we can be picking the entries all the way to the upside. Okay, but for now, we are not going to be able to pick the entry anytime soon here to the upside because of this downtrend. So you are waiting for the break of structure, which is the break above this previous low before you can start picking entries all the way to the upside on NAS100. So NAS100, let's take it further to daily time frame, understand how we'll be able to pick entry after the break of structure on this pair. So NAS100 onto the forward time frame for further understanding. Alright, so NAS100, this is the last time frame that we are ending the analysis on. Now the forward time frame, price is still on the resistance level over here on this time frame. Now we said on the daily, that price will be able to break above this lower low before you can start picking entries or the up. So if price manages on the forward time frame and it breaks above this resistance level to give us a high, we wait for higher low and we pick our entry all the way to the upside. Okay, so now standard, we're waiting for a push on the forward time frame and exhaustion back to retest before an entry confirmation all the way to the upside. What are the entry confirmations? The bullish engulfing candle close, the significant pin bar, or the morning star before we buy all the way to the upside on this pair. Now, there's only two things that can make this setup invalid. Number one is that if price does not break above and sees sell pressure from this resistance and drops all the way to the downside, then this setup becomes invalid for entry because we know the price will not break above for us to find retest and then buy all the way to the upside. Now, the next thing that will also make this setup invalid is that if price does break above but continues to go all the way up without coming back for retest, then this setup also becomes invalid, because you know that the buy pressure was too strong that sellers will not push the market down for retest before going all the way to the upside. So this is our full and complete analysis on NAS100. Let's move to the next point very quick and then continue on with the pre-market analysis. Alright, so the next pair on the list over here is Gbpnzd. Now Gbpnzd, let's begin with the analysis. We have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. And if you look at the monthly time frame very clearly, price is what? In an uptrend, right? Because we broke above this resistance level to give us what? The higher high. Price came down for higher low. Other business, continuational move to go all the way up. Now, continuational move always break above what? Previous high to the next what? Resistance as the new high when we are in an uptrend. But over here on the monthly time frame, when price made contact with this resistance level, it has seen sell pressure and is dropping all the way to the downside. So the question is this sell pressure reversing the market down back to this support level, or this is just an impulse move and then price will go to the upside? Now let me answer the question very quickly over here. I've always told you guys about when you ask a question, you will surely find what? The answer. Now if we look at the monthly time frame, what is price doing over here? Let's find out. Now over here we are seeing what? A morning star candle confirmation. And what happened after this morning star? Price has dropped all the way down to retest the neckline over here. And what is happening? We're going to see continuation move all the way up. So if you look at what this monthly time frame very clearly, this sell pressure is just a retest of this level before price goes up again. Right, now let's take it further to weekly time frame and understand very clearly what is happening over here. So finally, on the monthly time frame, let's decide where price is going. Is price coming down? No, it is going all the way to the upside. So Gbpnzd, we are going to be looking for entries that will take us all the way to the upside, because we already were seeing the direction over here on the monthly time frame. Alright, let's take it further to weekly time frame and add more details over here before the entries to the upside on Gbpnzd. So Gbpnzd, let's take it further to weekly time frame for further understanding. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame on Gbpnzd. Now Gbpnzd on the weekly time frame, let's put meaning into it. We have the weekly upper zone and then the weekly lower zone. And if you look at the weekly time frame very clearly, price is also in an uptrend supporting the overall direction of the market. Where is that uptrend? We've seen this push the upside, higher high. We've seen this exhaustion, higher low. For our business, continuation move, breaking above previous high to give us a new high. It has dropped back for higher low, and where do we go next? We go all the way to the upside. So this weekly uptrend is also supporting the monthly analysis that we did at this particular area on the monthly. So over here on the weekly, where are we picking our buys? We are picking our buys at the higher lows here all the way to the upside. But this is the weekly time frame. We cannot pick a buy here to the upside. So what do? Let's take it further to daily time frame. Understand what is happening in the daily before we can pick our entry all the way to the upside on Gbpnzd. So Gbpnzd onto the daily time frame for further understanding. Okay, so this is also Gbpnzd on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we have our daily mid-range zone, and then price is in a downtrend on the daily. Why? Because we see lower low and then lower highs over here. Now, this downtrend tells us that what? Price is not yet going to the upside on the daily yet. So what are we going to do, or what are we expecting on the daily before our entries comes into the upside? Now, on the daily time frame, since price is in a downtrend, we are going to be expecting price to push further up, break above this resistance to break structure here before we can be picking our entries all the way up. So immediately price breaks above this one resistance level of the daily, then we can come in and start looking for the buying opportunities all the way to the upside. So Gbpnzd, don't say you are looking for entry on this weekly support level. No, because on the daily this is a downtrend. So if you look for a buy here, price can get to this resistance and still sell, which will take you out. So for the safest way is that you wait for price to break above this resistance so that you can have a free range in picking your entries above without any what? Disturbance or any obstacles. Alright, let's take it further to a forward time frame and then get to understand how we manage and pick the entry to the upside of Gbpnzd. So Gbpnzd onto the forward time frame to complete the analysis. Okay, so Gbpnzd, this is the forward time frame, and this is how we're going to pick our entry. Now remember, on the daily time, we said we need price to break above this resistance before we can put our entry, or we can pick our entry above the resistance to the upside. And that's exactly what I've done here on the forward time. So on the forward time frame, price will make a push. Once you see this resistance level, you will see what sell pressure as usual. Price will then go back, break above, give us what the higher high, a higher low on top or above this resistance before we can pick our entry all the way to the upside. So this is exactly what we prepared on the daily time frame in terms of what the entry. Now, how will this setup become invalid? It is very simple. Look at this. If price makes the push, see this resistance level, but fails to break above, instead drops all the way down, then this setup becomes what? Invalid for entry. Okay, yes. Why? Because price have seen sell pressure from its daily resistance and is selling all the way down to continue on the downtrend that we saw on the day. But if price manages to what? To do exactly as we have done over here, then we can find entry here to the upside on Gbpnzd. So Gbpnzd, this is also our full and complete technical analysis. All right, let's take it further to the next pair and then continue with the pre-market analysis. Okay, so Eurusd up next. Now Eurusd, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. And if you look at the monthly time frame very clearly, price is seen buy pressure from this monthly support level, pushing it all the way to the upside. Anytime it makes contact. Now once price has made contact recently here, we are seeing the exact same thing, buy pressure pushing the market all the way to the upside. And if you look closely at the entire chart on the monthly, this is also an uptrend. Why? Because we had a previous lower low or low here. This was the new lower low. Price after retest of this one, previous low, could not drop down. Instead, it broke above, giving price for the new high. So this whole chapter or this whole move over here is also an uptrend, and we are seeing buy pressure on this support level also pushing the market to the upside. So the monthly time frame, everything points to the upside on Eurusd. Now, since price have seen buy pressure from here, where is it likely to hit the next resistance level above? Because we've seen it playing within this area for a very long time. So Eurusd, we are going to look for entry that will take us all the way up to the next monthly resistance level. Let's take it further to weekly time frame and understand the process of how price will manage to make contact with this resistance level eventually. Alright, so let's take it further to weekly time frame for further understanding. Okay, so this is Eurusd also on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we have the weekly lower zone and then the weekly upper zone. Let's talk about flow. On the weekly time frame, price have seen strong buy pressure here, always pushing it to the upside anytime price makes contact. And it's seen the exact same thing, sell pressure here, also pushing it to the downside anytime it makes contact. So on the weekly time frame, price is in the range or a consolidation. But if you look at the weekly time frame very clearly, okay, after this buy pressure to the upside, price just sees sell pressure, but immediately saw strong bullish candle over here, which pushes the market all the way to the upside. Now this strong bullish candle gives us the indication that price will be able to break above this resistance and head all the way to the upside, because it has already done so. You can see the break above here with this strong move, and then this spin back to retest it, and then from here we will head all the way to the upside. Okay, so for the first time we are seeing price break completely above this resistance, and we are even seeing the retest here on this one weekly. But let's take it further to daily time and understand what exactly is going on here on the daily before we manage to pick our entry all the way to the next resistance level of the monthly. Alright, so let's take it further to daily time frame where we will manage to explain what exactly is going on over here as well. Alright, so on to the daily for further understanding. Alright, so this is the daily time frame of Eurusd. Now, Eurusd on the daily time frame, let's put meaning into it very quick. Now, this strong move to the upside is the pin bar that we saw on the weekly time frame, okay? And as we saw in the weekly, that pin bar was able to break above this resistance level within the range. So you've seen a push here on the daily time frame, you've seen the exhaustion of business, continuational push all the way up. And if you look at the retest over here on this one weekly resistance, you're going to see that what buy pressure is coming with this pin. So all these pin bars are all indication that buyers are present here, and they're able to push price here on this one daily higher low to the upside. So the daily higher high, higher low, we are looking for entry at the higher low to the upside on Eurusd. So Eurusd, let's get further to a forward time frame where we look for the entry here to the upside very quick. Alright, so on to the forward time frame to continue the technical analysis. Alright, so this is Eurusd on the forward time frame. This is where we are completing the analysis on this pair. Now, if you look at the forward time frame, this is the daily higher high that we saw on the daily, and this is also the daily higher low. But if you look at the daily higher low here on the forward time frame, you're going to see that once price completed the higher low here on the 4 hour, we are seeing the range or a consolidation. Why? Because you have horizontal level of buy pressure and a horizontal level of sell pressure. So price also in a range here on the 4 hour. So if price in the range and we are looking for a buy, what else do? We stay patient for price to break out of this range or break above this resistance level. to give us a higher high, we wait for higher low, entry confirmation, and then we buy all the way to the upside. Now remember, the entry confirmations are the what? The candle confirmation, which is what? The bullish engulfing, second pin bar, or morning star before we buy all the way to the upside. Now, let's talk about how this setup can become invalid. Now, this setup will become invalid if price sees sell pressure from this resistance level and then drop all the way down. So once price drops all the way down from this range, then we will not manage to pick any entry because price failed to give us what? Higher low for us to pick up buy to the upside. So that's it for USD. Let's take it what? To the next pair or the final pair, which is going to be what? Gold. So gold, let's go all the way and begin with the analysis on that pair. Alright, so this is gold on the monthly time. Now gold on the monthly, we have the monthly upper zone, the mid-range zone, and then the lower zone. And if you look at the monthly time frame very clearly, what has price done over here? We've done this analysis before, it's the same process. Price has been able to break above equal highs here, which has pushed the market all the way up. And when price breaks above equal high, it has to give us what? A new higher high on the next resistance level. And if you look at the monthly time frame very clearly, this is a strong bullish move, which tells us that price will definitely make contact here as a new high before it may see sell pressure as retest and continue to move further to the upside. So gold on the monthly, everything shows, okay, there's clear evidence that price should make contact with this resistance level. But if price is going to make contact with the resistance level, how can we manage and pick entry before price makes contact with that resistance level? Or how can we capitalize on that move before it completes on the next resistance level? That is exactly what we are going to be talking about as we take you through the various time frames. Alright, so good. Let's take it further to weekly time frame and understand what is happening on the weekly before we decide on the entry to the upside of this pair. So good. Taking it all the way to weekly time frame for further analysis as well. Alright, so this is also good on the weekly time frame. Now, good on the weekly, we have the weekly upper zone and the weekly lower zone. And if you look at the weekly time frame very clearly, price is also in an uptrend supporting the overall direction to the upside. We've seen higher low, equal high, low, and the price heading all the way up. Now, there's a lot of things going on over here on the weekly time frame, okay? The entire time that price made contact, it saw sell pressure. Now, this sell pressure could not reverse the market back to the support. Instead, buyers came in and has pushed the market all the way up. And if you look at the weekly time frame, this is what? A bullish engulfing candle close. What is a bullish engulfing candle close? It is a reversal candle, okay, or it's a bias candle. Now, if you look after this bullish engulfing candle, we also see what? A pin bar. Okay, so buy pressure from this one, bullish engulfing candle, and then buy pressure from this pin bar tells us that on the weekly, price is going to break above this resistance to go all the way up. So you don't need any indicator to tell you that price is going up here. Okay, you don't need any moving average to tell that price is going up here. What you're going to do is what? Simply look at the chart very well, look and see. Most of you look, but you can't see. Just take your time, look and see. You're going to see what is happening exactly in terms of candles formation, and then you'll be able to know where price is going all the way up. So here, bullish engulfing candle, pin bar, there's more buy pressure here enough to push the market above this resistance level. So good, we know very well that what we are heading all the way up to the next resistance level of the monthly. But how do we pick the buys to the upside? Let's again go to daily time frame where we can add more meaning to this technical analysis. Alright, so this is the daily time frame on gold. Now, gold on the daily, let's put meaning into the daily structure. So on the daily time frame, these are daily mid-range zone. And on the daily, price is also in an uptrend, supporting the overall direction to the upside. Where is that uptrend? You've seen higher high here, higher low, another high, low, and the price going all the way up. So you can see that this entire structure is a very beautiful uptrend. But we are not just seeing an uptrend, we also see a bullish engulfing candle close right exactly on this one support level, meaning that on the daily, there's also enough buy pressure to push the market all the way to the upside. So remember, we're looking for entries all the way up. So only buy opportunities are accepted on gold for now. So gold, what are we going to do? Let's get further to forward time where we will look for the entry to the upside on gold. So gold onto the 4H to complete the technical analysis and the pre-market analysis for the day. Alright, let's go to forward time frame. Okay, so this is gold on the forward time frame. This is where we are completing the entire analysis. Now, if you look at the forward time frame on gold, what is happening? We have the 4-hour mid-range over here, and on the forward time frame, price created the double bottom over here, which has been able to break below the neckline with a push the upside. After a push the upside, what are we expecting? We are expecting higher low. So there's going to be sell pressure from this weekly resistance to complete the higher low on the 4-hour, where we pick our entry to the upside. What are the candle confirmation before the buy over here to the upside? the bullish engulfing candle close, the significant pin bar, or the morning star before we buy from here all the way to the upside. Where are we going to put our TPs? Now, once we manage to pick our entry over here, TP1 will be at the what? This resistance level of the weekly, which is the same as what? The higher high of the forward time frame. Why? Because once price gets here, it can see sell pressure and then drop down. So we put TP1 here. Where are we going to put TP2? At this equal highs for the daily, and then TP3 will be at the final target, which is our monthly resistance level. Now, this is our full and complete analysis on gold. Now, gold, how can this setup become invalid? It is always important to understand how your setup can become what? Invalid, so that you don't just pick any entry anyhow. So, there's only one thing over here. That is, if price does not come up for the retest, and then instead continue to see buy pressure to the upside, then this setup will become what? Invalid. That means that what? We have to readjust the setup and look for possible entries above to the same direction as well. So if it becomes invalid, that is not all. It doesn't mean that what? We are not coming back again. We'll come back, but look for a different entry to the same direction. So that's it for good. Thank you all for coming in and joining in and watching my video today. God bless you all. Stay classy and treat classy. And then don't forget to join my free signals group. The link is on my bio. Those of you that want to also partake in my mentorship program where I teach people one-on-one, you can also DM me as you pick my contact in the description as well. Thank God for joining once again. Stay classy and treat classy. Peace, guys. I'm out.